This is part 3 of section 5.3. We're being asked to verify this identity. I have sine of 3x over x minus cosine of 3x over cosine x is equal to 2. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of come over on scratch paper and find a way of writing sine of a triple angle and cosine of a triple angle. I can do this all in one big thing, but it's likely to get very big and I'm likely to lose things. So I'm just going to, first of all, do sine of 3x and trying to find a way that I can rewrite that. Well, I can write it as sine of 2x plus x, and then use our sum formula for that from the previous section. And this would be equal to sine 2x cosine x plus sine x cosine 2x. That's just using the sum formula from the previous section. Now I have a double angle here and a double angle here. So I'm going to rewrite this. This is 2 sine x cosine x times cosine x plus sine x. I need to figure out which one I want to use for cosine of 2x. Now I see that right here I'm going to have a cosine squared, and I know I can change that into a sine. So I'm thinking I want to use one here that that writes cosine squared in terms of only sine. So I'm going to choose this one. 1 minus 2 sine squared of x. And I can always come back and change that if I need to. I have options. So this is the same thing as 2 sine x cosine squared x plus, I'm going to distribute, sine x minus 2 sine cubed of x. Okay. Now I'm going to rewrite cosine squared of x using the Pythagorean identity. And I have 1 minus sine squared x and distribute. Okay, and now combine like terms, and I have 3 sine x minus 4 sine cubed of x. Okay, so right here, I have my left-hand side is equal to I have that much done. That's this first rewritten, okay? It's going to be minus, but now I need to find cosine of 3x. And I'm going to use a similar approach so that I have cosine of 2x plus x. And this is cosine 2x cosine x minus sine 2x times sine x, using the addition property from the previous section. And now I'm going to rewrite these, and I have cosine x times cosine of 2x. I'm going to use the one that involves only cosines. So I have 2 cosine squared x minus 1 minus sine of 2x is 2 sine x cosine x, and this is times sine x. So distribute, I have 2 cosine cubed of x minus cosine x minus 2 sine squared of x cosine x. Now I'm going to use the Pythagorean identity here so that I can have everything in terms of cosines. Minus 2 cosine x times, instead of sine squared, 1 minus cosine squared of x. Distribute. Minus 2 cosine x plus 2 cosine cubed of x, and now combine like terms, and I have 4 cosine cubed of x minus 3 cosine x. Okay, now I'm going to take this and write it instead of cosine cubed of x, cosine of 3x, sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to just work with this. I'm going to factor out a sine x up here to get 3 minus 4 sine squared of x over sine x. Factor a cosine out here. Cosine x, 4 cosine squared of x minus 3 over cosine of x. Cancel, cancel. So I have 3 minus 4 sine squared of x minus, I need to distribute the negative through here, 4 cosine squared x plus 3. So I have, combine those, that's a 6. I'm going to factor a minus 4 out. Sine squared x plus cosine squared x. That's a Pythagorean identity, that's simply a 1. So I have 6 minus 4, which is 2, which is equal to the right-hand side, and that is true. And this is about as ugly as these verified identities are going to get.